Assembly Bill A373, first reprint, requires life imprisonment without parole for persons convicted of the murder of a minor under the age of 18 in the course of the commission of a sex crime.
Thank you. The prime sponsor extended his thank yous to this committee for posting it after it was requested to be posted by Assemblywoman Schepisi. Holly, pleased to do it. We have an individual who was in the outer office who's making her way in to testify. Holly, do you care to touch on this while we're waiting? Just be a moment.
Yes.
She'll be with us.
First off, I'd really like to thank the chair for posting this. This bill has kind of gone back and forth for quite a few years. And the D'Alessandro family, their daughter, who was a Girl Scout who lived in my district when I was a child, was sexually assaulted and murdered while delivering Girl Scout cookies. And the person who committed the murder has been up for parole at times. The family who is here today has spent the better part of the past several decades advocating for children victims of crime and have made this their life pursuit and passion. So I greatly appreciate the chairman's entertaining of putting this forward, and on behalf of the D'Alessandro family, who I've stood next to in supermarkets as we've gotten signatures on petitions for support of this, it's my honor to be able to be up here voting yes today on it.
Thank you, Assemblywoman. If we could have your three names, and before we do, because we have one slip which from, is it Rosemarie D'Alessandro? Well, welcome. And Mrs. D'Alessandro, welcome to you and to the family. And Assemblyman joined us. Assemblyman, you care to add a quick word? And then we'd like to have the family speak, and we'd like to vote.
I just want to thank you, Chairman, and the committee for taking the time to visit this issue. It's very important to the residents of District 39 and residents of the state. And I just wanted to take a moment to thank you very much for taking the time to entertain this today.
Assemblyman, you're quite welcome, but you should thank your district mate, Assemblywoman Schepisi. She is very persuasive in a number of ways, and we're happy to react accordingly. Mrs. D'Alessandro, welcome to you. Now, if I may, you see we have a full room.
Rosemary D'Alessandro.
I'm sorry. This is a second reference committee. This bill has passed from the judiciary 7-0. This is not seen as a partisan issue. This bill will pass this committee today. We'd ask you to be brief if you can. We limit the conversation here to 3 minutes. And as soon as you finish, we're going to vote. And although this doesn't make your world perfect, you will be pleased with the result today. So please.
Okay. All right. First of all, here we have, I want to say thank you to all of you, Chairman, and all the committee members. And then I want to say thank you.
John, just get
Oh, okay, it's going to go in my mouth. So
Is maybe this one works better?
Yeah, this one, there's something wrong with it.
Is this better? Better? Okay. And thank you to the sponsors, Assemblyman Off, who's always been, very involved, and to Assemblywoman Holly Schepisi, and to Assemblywoman Huddle, and all the sponsors of the bill. Here we have 489 signatures, and this is from the people just from this year. 2,600 have been given to you already. The people have come from all parts of New Jersey. Some they rang the bell. They rang my bell and said, I just want to sign my name. So it was very, very important to the people, and this is about the people. It's about a general picture. It started with Joan, but it's a general picture for child safety and youth. Under 18. This one is for under 18. So I'm going to give this to you, Assemblyman. Well, I'll have to give to the people, to give to the chairman. And what I want to also say is that, the whole thing, let me just look at some of my notes here. Okay. One of the parts I want to say is that with Joan's law, we get this into law, it's going to stop the appeal process. For us, it was 8 years of appeals to keep McGowan in prison. And it's so hard. It's very, very hard. During that time, we also had to fight to keep the prisoner in. To keep him in, it took 100,000 signatures. Again, from the people. The people are the strength. The people are the power of everything. And that's what this is about. Always a general picture for society. And you, all of you are here just listening to me and listening to us is joining in. You know, whatever your thoughts are, but you're still joining in to listen, to use your energy, and it's all together. We join in to help society, to make it better. So now what I just want to say also is one thing. We have something here for each one of you, and the words on the sculpture and garden, the white butterfly one, in front of the train station in Hillsdale. And you will see, there's one for you. I'd like you to see the words. You will get to understand about Joan's energy, which is still around through her legacy. And the legacy has to do with foundation. The legacy has to do, as you know, the laws.
Good.
So there you go. There's one for you, and there's a white butterfly for each of you. And you will see why white butterfly when you see the words on here, okay? I'm not going to go into that.
Well, thank you very, very much.
And then,
Rosemary.
okay, you're welcome.
Good.
And then there's just one thing I want to say is that there's a space on the sculpture for this law, right here. And wouldn't it be great if it could, if everything goes good, right? And it could be signed at the White Butterfly Sculpture and Garden, which represents child safety for our children and youth.
I think there's a very, very reasonable chance that's going to happen. I thank
Way
you
to go.
I thank
And
you for your
that's it.
testimony. Thank
3
you.
minutes, 4 minutes, whatever.
Well,
You know, I want to really be considerate of all you. And here you go. And thank
Thank
you
you.
very much.
And we are-
So I don't know who gives you the...
We thank you for your continued effort here. Through your pain will come good. And we thank you.
Yeah,
The chairman will entertain a motion to release.
Okay, good.
Motion made, second, please. We'll have roll call, please.
On the motion to release Assembly Bill 373, first reprint, Assemblyman DeMayo.
Mrs. Delisandro, not only will I be voting yes today, but I'm going to ask Assemblyman Auth to allow me to be a co-sponsor on the bill as well. So my vote is a yes.
Thank you.
Assemblywoman Phoebus.
Yes.
Thank you.
Assemblywoman Shapizi.
Congratulations.
It's not a me thing. It's all of us. Thank you. Thank you for everybody's part. It's always been that way.
Assemblywoman Caride. Assemblyman Eustace. Left a vote in the affirmative. Assemblyman Kennedy.
Yes.
Assemblywoman Mascara left a vote in the affirmative. Assemblyman Zwicker.
Yes.
Vice Chair Lagana.
I want to commend the sponsors, especially Assemblyman Auth and Assemblywoman Shapizi, for their hard work in getting this through. This is a much-needed law. I agree with it 100%. I thank the family for never giving up, and I happily vote yes.
And Chairman Berzacelli.
Also to the family, I'm telling you, the pain you've been through will be helpful to others at another point in time. I vote yes, the bill is released. Now it's on to the General Assembly for a full vote. So keep working, and you'll get there. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. God bless. God bless you all in your work.
And thank you for the butterflies.
I'll leave this here.
Thank
Chairman.
you. Thank you.
Okay.
I was looking for the record button. Thank you.
And this is about the people. It's about a general picture. It started with Joan, but it's a general picture for child safety and youth. Under 18. This one is for under 18. So I'm going to give this to you. Well, I want to give to the people, to give to the chairperson. And what I want to also say is that, you know, the whole thing, let me just look at some of my parts I want to say is that with Joan's law, if we get this into law, it's going to stop the appeal process. For us, it was 8 years of appeals to keep McGowan in prison. And it's so hard. It's very, very hard. During that time, we also had to fight to keep the prisoner in. To keep him in, it took 100,000 signatures. Again, from the people. The people are the strength. The people are the power of everything. And that's what this is about. Always the general picture for society. And you, all of you are here just listening to me and listening to us is joining in. You know, whatever your thoughts are you're still joining in to listen, to use your energy, and it's all together. We join in to help society, to make it better. So now what I just want to say also is one thing. We have something here for each one of you, and the words on the sculpture in garden, white butterfly one, in front of the train station in Hillsdale. And you will see, there's one for you. I'd like you to see the words. You will get to understand about Joan's energy, which is still around through the legacy. And the legacy has to do with foundation. The legacy has to do, as you know, the laws.
Very good.
So there you go. There's one for you, and there's a white butterfly for each of you. And you will see why white butterfly when you see the words on here, okay? I'm not going to go into that.
Well, thank you very, very much.
And then, and you're welcome. And then there's just one thing I want to say, is that there's a space on the sculpture for this law, right here. And wouldn't it be great if it could, if everything goes good, right? And it could be signed at the white butterfly sculpture and garden, which represents child safety for our children and youth.
I think there's a very, very reasonable chance that's going to happen.
Okay, there you go. And that's it. 3 minutes, 4 minutes, whatever. You know, I want to really be considerate of all you. And here you go. And thank you very much. So I don't know what gives you the...
We thank you for your continued effort through your pain will come good. And we thank you. The chairman will entertain a motion to release.
Okay.
Motion made, second please. We'll have roll call, please.
Motion carries. Assembly Bill 373, first reprint. Assemblyman Craig.
Mrs. D'Alessandro, not only will I be voting yes today, but I'm going to ask Senator Hall to allow me to be co-sponsor on the bill as well. So I vote yes.
Assemblywoman Stevens.
Yes,
Assemblywoman Shapizi.
absolutely yes. Congratulations.
It's not a me thing, it's all of us. Thank you for everyone's work. So it's in that way.
Assemblywoman Corrides.
Yes.
Assemblyman Eustace. Left to vote in the affirmative. Assemblyman Kennedy.
Yes.
Assemblywoman Mascara, left to vote in the affirmative. Assemblyman Zwicker.
Yes.
Vice Chair Lozano.
I want to commend the sponsors, especially Solomon Watt and Assemblywoman Shapizi for their hard work in getting this through. This is a much-needed law. I agree with it 100%. I thank the family for never giving up, and I have to vote yes.
And Chairman Brzezinski.
Also, to the family, I'm telling you, the pain you've been through will be helpful to others at another point in time. I vote yes, the bill is released. That's on to the General Assembly for a full vote. So keep working, and you'll get there. Thank you.
Thank you. God bless.
Thank you.
God bless you all in your work.
Thank you for the
I'll leave
butterfly.
this here. This whole 7 months was a ride where we didn't know where it was going to go and when it was going to come up. And I got the call on October, the email on October 1st. And it was interesting, the next day, we were going to be going to Spring Lake because someone treated us as guests because of the work we've been doing. Because our work, my work started 23 years ago when the movement started, and that was to keep the killing McGowan in prison. And I was told if we didn't fight, he would come out. Did not know that we'd be going through this kind of movement where we would get all these laws through. So now this law, this bill is going to help all children and all youth under 18. In New Jersey, we do have Joan's bill, Joan's law, in 1997, and that was for under 14. So now this will take care of all the innocent children and youth, and it's really so good because I think it's going to give the teenagers even more hope to say they're being considered and people are fighting for them and people really want to help.
Most things. That was appreciated. No, you could. And Bob, is there anything you want to add?
Well, I don't think Rosemary could have scripted it any better. This expands the scope of Joan's law to any victim from the age of 18 or below, under 18, or 17 and 364 days and below, and it will prevent future families of victims to have to go through what Rosemary and her family has had to undergone for all these years since the tragic incident back in 1973, which is to have to repeatedly go down to a parole board, repeatedly go down and testify against the perpetrator of such a heinous crime over and over and over again. It's absurd, and this is going to put a stop to it.
I feel so proud that we, first of all, I feel so relieved. I feel so joyful, and I feel so proud that here I live in a state with all these people, with these legislators. They didn't forget, and they wanted to listen, and they certainly listened today. And here it is. We can be proud that we have this bill getting closer to become law, where we are having mandatory sentencing for these perpetrators of child abuse. And that's big. That's huge. So, way to go.
Okay, good. And Bob, on the Senate side, you have a sponsor,
Senator Cardinale.
And do you know
And
what?
Senator Sweeney, the president.
Oh, all right.
I went right to the top.
Right, although not governor.
Not yet.
No. And do you have any sense of the timetable on the Senate side?
When I spoke to Senator Sweeney and I sent a personal letter to him, he indicated to Senator Cardinale, and then I heard through Senator Cardinale, that he would move very quickly on this.
Okay.
So he's a man of his word, and I'm sure he'll come through for us. And
Great.
we'll be back making entreaties to make sure he.
We need to have a party after this.
I'll go for that.
No, my house is big.
You were talking about the statute, and I missed a little part of that testimony. You said you were telling the lawmakers about something that could be done with the statute.